What is going on, my Tasmanian Devils? This is Tazzy Cookie, Made You Looky, coming back for another commentary this week. Today's commentary topic is going to be, is Medal of Honor worth buying, and the game mode Hotspot. First and foremost, I want to say Hotspot is an excellent game that takes a lot of tactics with your teammates and communication, and it's very fun. Essentially what it is kind of like Russian Battlefield 3, but there is a random situation where if you plant a bomb, that bomb explodes. Then there's going to be 4 other locations that you have to plant, and it is random, so it kind of keeps you on your toes. And of course, if you're on the defending side, you have to defend the bombs from being planted on. Kind of self-explanatory. It's a nice little flow of game style. It has you like looking on your lefts and rights and watching your back. But if you do have good teamwork and good communication skills with your fire team buddy, you can find yourself getting a high KD ratio. This map here, I think I ended up having 44 and a 14 map gameplay. So yeah, so the game mode itself is a lot of fun. Probably one of my favorite game modes in the game as of right now. And for whatever reason, I think I should say game one more time. But let's just touch base on how I think of the actual Medal of Honor Warfighter. Alright, I have some mixed emotions and some, positives and negatives in the game. Positives, I'm going to do 2 positives and then 2 negatives, alright? So 2 positives, one being it is a new game, of course, and it's a nice little feel to have a new, fresh title at my fingertips, being able to play it and, kind of experience a new type of atmosphere within a first-person shooter. The second thing I want to touch base on is that Medal of Honor did a really good job of staying close to their roots. Now, when I say that, a lot of you might be saying, well, Medal of Honor 2010 is the only game I play, Taz. Well, of course it is, because you're probably only 18 or 19. And my first PC game, yes, I was a PC gamer out there, you guys, was Medal of Honor Allied Assault. A lot of you guys might remember this if you're over the age of 20. And it was a PC game. I think it might have been out for PlayStation 1 at the time, but what I'm trying to get to is that they really touch base on their old style of map content. I heard a few people saying and complaining about the maps that, you don't know where to go, and sometimes an obstacle looks like you can go up it and lead somewhere else, but really and truly it's just a path that you can't go down, which is kind of confusing. Which that really boils down to, in my opinion, is that you just don't know the maps well enough yet. I mean, that's the hardest thing with a new type of franchise, or a new title video game. That is a first-person shooter game, of course. You need to learn the maps, and after you learn the maps, everything starts to fall into place. Now, talking about Spearhead and like Allied Assault and some of their earlier releases in the franchise is, their map style was very unique, and it was very close quarter combat, which is kind of implementing. I can see it being implemented on the warfighter aspect of the side of things, and it's a lot of fun. It's cool to see them kind of staying close to their roots and not making the maps overly too big where you just don't know what to do, and you're walking for 5 minutes to another objective. So my hat's off to them for that, because a lot of their fan base were tweeting them and asking them to kind of like stay true to the loyal Medal of Honor. And if you have not tried PC Allied Assault Medal of Honor Spearhead or something like that, go pick it up at EB Games or your local GameStop and try it out. It is a very, very fun game, and there is a big community still online. And you don't need that many. Your computer doesn't need to be that well to play it, because I still play it, and I just installed it probably last month on my computer. And as everyone knows, I'm a PS3 gamer, so it doesn't take too much to run. So 2 negatives, okay? So one negative would be, in my opinion, is that I do not know why, but just for me, maybe it's just for me, okay? Maybe it's just my side of the spectrum and my side of the story and my idea, and I don't know why it's happening, but every time I go to the menu, it just seems like it's loading forever. I mean, I'm hardline connection, I have good fiber opt internet, and even the weapons sometimes just seem like they just keep turning and loading, to the point where I'm like, alright man, I'll just select the weapon and see what it looks like when I spawn into the server. That's really annoying, okay? That's really, really annoying in my opinion. I don't know what's going on in that situation. Maybe they need to do an update. Maybe they need to, look into that a little bit further. But my second negative thing about the game, and I don't really want to bash on them too much, but I've been finding, most recently, I've been playing the video game, and then randomly I'd try to spawn on my buddy, and then I'd just fly. I'd just go flying. I'd go flying underneath the map, and I'd fall, and then finally I would die. And that kind of leads me into my other kind of idea of what I wanted to touch base about with the negative side of things, is that when you die in this game, for example, if I get shot and I die, even no matter what it's from, if it's from a handgun, if it's from, assault rifle or whatever, it just, the animation behind you dying is over exaggerated completely. Like, it's just ridiculous. You know, if I get axed in the back, I go flying. Like, the animation screen when I die, like the kill feed or whatever, just shows my body going flying up in the air like a little ragdoll. I mean, I'm pretty sure if you get shot by some type of handgun like a G18, you might fall back a little bit, but you're not gonna go flying like you're falling out of an airplane. So that's my two negatives on the side of all the shenanigans going on between Medal of Honor Warfighter. Now, I've also heard there's some people having problems with connecting to servers and it not touching based on which server they're actually trying to go into. For example, if they try to go to TDM, it actually puts them into a hardcore PC lobby or a PS3 lobby. I'm not too sure. Maybe this might be just on the consoles, but PC gamers out there, if you guys are also having this happen, let me know. But in general, all around basis, this game is a lot of fun if you have the money to pick it up. I mean, also a lot of stores right now are accepting, you know, 2 games and it puts $50 towards your credit towards a video game. I know GameStop and EB Games are doing that in my local area here, but I mean, if you don't have the cash, I wouldn't suggest going and put it on your Visa card. I wouldn't suggest it, nor would I suggest doing that for anything for that matter. But it's a fun game to play, and it looks a lot more better on PC, and it handles a lot more smoother on PC. And you might be saying, hey Taz, well, I thought you didn't play PC. Well, I don't. I watch Mr. Assault and also Thready, and those 2 guys are great PC gamers, and the graphics behind it look fantastic. And there's something about the console side of things that's just kind of like grimy. You know, the movements of the character are kind of slow and sluggish in my opinion. Maybe it's because of the frame rates where we can't go over 30 frames per second or 60 frames per second. I don't know. Okay, you guys can hold me against it, but it's just kind of annoying in that aspect. Another thing that I kind of really enjoy is the customization of your weapons. I mean, let's think about it for a second. It doesn't really matter when it comes down to it. You know, your weapon can look cool as fuck, but if you can't use the weapon or you're not a good gamer, it doesn't really matter. The unlocks are pretty neat, and I don't know if you guys are really aware of this, but there is a trailer you can go watch, and I think it's the Dark Zero trailer for the new downloadable content for this game coming out soon. And if you watch the trailer for that video, and the video is all about behind the idea of, you know, how Bin Laden got killed and got caught and stuff like that. If you watch the full trailer, they give you a redeem code where you can actually get a new camo. I'll try to find the website and link it in the description below, because the actual camo is kind of sexy. It's like purple, but it's not. So if like you don't like to rock the purple camo, which is available in this game, but you still kind of like it, but you're like, ah man, I'm too manly for this. Well, this purple camo that I'm talking about now is kind of like, yeah, I'm a man, but I still can rock purple a little bit. You know, I can rock it a little tiny bit. And also, what I want to just take a second to say thanks for everyone who's been joining my channel and subscribing. I mean, leaving the inbox messages and comments. It's awesome. I haven't really taken the time to actually thank my subscribers for getting me to 1,000 subs. So I want to just take a moment and say thank you very much for doing that, because I don't even know why I keep switching up my conversations and talking like I'm from America, but And if this is something you want to see on a more regular basis, you know, me just talking and doing gameplay commentaries on top and side of, you know, weapon strips and stuff like that, let me know, because I enjoy doing commentaries. I'm Tazzy Cookie, and I'm signing out.